The need for financial literacy is important all of our lives, but as we get into retirement, it's just as important to have a roadmap, a financial plan for the future. That is not always the case, and I want to talk to you today about 9 rights that you have when you're talking to a financial advisor or someone who's going to help you with planning for your finances in retirement. Is very important. This is Margaret Manning with 60andMe, and I want to welcome you here to our show. It's great to have you from all around the world, and financial literacy, though, is an issue that we are all facing, so I hope that you find this useful. Now, our show today is brought to you by International Living. International Living is a company that helps people to think about retiring overseas. They ask all the right questions so that you can be fully prepared and informed as you're looking at different opportunities for retiring abroad. So check out their website, internationalliving.com/60andme, and they will send you their latest report. You just have to give them your email address and they'll send you a link. There's no obligation. It's just a really great way to narrow down your choices and plan for retirement overseas if that's what you want to do. Now, financial security is, of course, part of that whole planning process for where you want to live in retirement. But you might find that you've got more complexity than you had when you were in the workplace. The whole shift from accumulation to distribution of your retirement savings becomes an issue, and that's something that obviously you are doing for the first time, so you are needing some guidance along the way. And Danielle Howard is one of our bloggers, and she wrote this article for us on the things that you should expect to receive when you go and talk to a financial advisor. And they're rights. They're your rights. They're the things that you should expect to get from someone who you're going to give some your money, or at least care of your money and a plan for your money too. So first thing, when you're working with a financial advisor, we always recommend that you work with a fiduciary advisor. Now, we've done lots of different articles and interviews with Pam Kruger and other financial experts on this topic. It's so important that you, as you go into retirement particularly, you work with someone who is not trying to sell you something, another program or an annuity or something that you maybe you don't need, but is prepared to sit down with you, talk about your lifestyle, talk about the things that you want to do in retirement, and to work out a plan for either bringing in additional income if you haven't saved enough, and actually income is almost as important as savings, or whether you want to, how you want to distribute your money that you've saved while working. So I think that's the first thing that's really important, is to look for a fiduciary advisor. The first thing that you need to do, though, in Danielle's terms, their first right is to feel accepted and understood, and that there's a certain level of reciprocity, that you're going to be heard. And this is the sign of a good financial advisor, isn't it? Someone who's going to sit down with you and actually listen to your situation, give you honest advice. And that fiduciary advisors, by the way, are actually committed to working for your best interest. That's their goal in being an advisor, a fiduciary advisor. And if you want more information on that, by the way, just check out any of our interviews with Pam Kruger on our other site, Retire Different. RetireDifferent.com is a sister site to 60andMe, where we talk about this all the time. But anyway, the second thing that you have a right to is for someone to understand your life concerns, your life plan, and to treat you with respect. It sounds like a kind of strange thing to even have to mention, but I think a lot of people are concerned about working with financial advisors who are being paid commissions on things that they sell to you, and having respect for you, I think, is another thing that you should have expect. Third thing is confidentiality. You want to be talking with someone who is going to look at your whole portfolio, money you've saved, money you've got coming in, pensions, Social Security, all the things you've got going on, and have a level of confidentiality about this. You don't want your information being shared beyond the room that you're talking to them. Every part of your personal life has to be protected and respected. Another thing is very important. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but it's to ask your advisor, the person you're sitting down with to talk about this life plan, how they're compensated. Simple question, and not maybe one that you feel really comfortable asking, but if you ask them, how are you being compensated for the advice that you're giving me? That person will either say, I am a fiduciary advisor. I'm a fee. I accept a fee for my services, and or they'll say I'm basically work for this insurance company or this investment company, and my job is to give you the best opportunities and offers that are going to help you. Something like that. Then they're being paid on a commission basis, and so that's a really well, there's a good, I'm not trying to criticize the financial security business. I'm just saying that from experience and from what Danielle and Pam Kruger have said to me, you want people that are making money for you. They're working for you rather than for someone else, especially in retirement. I think that's when you're in a growth mode, it's maybe a little different. The next thing is to know the terms of your working relationship. Have a contract put together describing exactly what they're going to do for you. Another thing that's useful to ask for, I think this is number 5 or 6, is have a look at written recommendations based on, based on what you know about this person. Ask other people, get recommendations for a financial advisor from people that you know, from people you worked with perhaps. But make sure that you understand how others have dealt with them and how they have performed. They're taking your money in their hands and guiding you with it, and that's important. Another thing Danielle says is to get a clear understanding of expectations. The idea here is for you to be educated and for you to be empowered, not for you to surrender your power and your money to someone else, but it's for you to feel empowered and educated so you can make the right decisions. It's so important. And another thing is the kind of assistance you're going to get in the implementation of your plan. Are they going to help you all along the way? Are they going to expect you once you're educated to do it yourself? Who are they? Who's the team? Who's your attorney? Who's your retirement coach, if you've got one? Your family. Maybe your family is very involved in helping you with your finances in retirement. But that financial advisor you have the right to be able to involve everybody in your conversation. And if they say, oh, we don't think you need to talk to that person or this person, then that may be a question, something to raise. But get everybody in the room or on the same page. If you trust everybody, of course, and that's your intention and your desire. Also, and I think this is the 9th thing, is make sure that you're talking to someone who is going to give you their time, who's available, not someone that you have to book months and months and months in advance, but someone that you can reach out to with a simple question on email or a simple request and a reasonable amount of time to get it resolved. That's another right that you have when talking to an advisor. And Danielle's article, by the way, is very good. She is a financial advisor. She's there to help you. If you have any questions related to this conversation, just leave it in the section below, and we'll try to answer them. But I think it's just important that we know how we're going to handle our finances in retirement. So as I mentioned, be sure to check out on 60andme.com, you'll find a section called Money, and it's all about financial planning, about making money, income in retirement, pensions, Social Security, lots of information. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we have a site called retiredifferent.com, which is just about retiring differently, and most of it's around financial decisions, choices, lifestyle changes, downsizing, those kinds of things. So check out retiredifferent.com. That's important too. So, have you trusted a financial advisor? How's it gone? Is everything going okay? How are you going to do your planning for your financial security and financial literacy as you go into retirement? Do you have a plan? Well, I personally, I'm very interested in this because I believe that having financial security is the key to everything in retirement. Your freedom to travel, your freedom to live in the lifestyle that you want, even your freedom to choose healthcare, the right healthcare that you might need, proactive healthcare, and so on. Financial security is such a big part of it. So I hope that you're taking care. So tell us how you handle your post-retirement finances. Leave your comments below, and I look forward to reading them, joining the conversation, and I just hope that you're doing okay wherever you are, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.